All right, so I'm going to record this, and we'll see how that goes, and I'll post it up later. So yeah, just a few little expectations. Again, kind of along the same line as the little quiz we had there. I have two kinds of voices. So actually I have three or four, but you'll probably only hear two. Right? Right now I'm teaching you everyone's voice, and then there's my. Hey Steve, how's it going? Hello. Very nice outside. Maybe last chance at the golf course or something. See the difference? So when I'm talking to Steve, we're going to the golf course. Do you need to be listening? You probably can't even hear me. But if I'm using this kind of voice, then that means I'm talking to you. Even though I'm not looking over there at Steve, I'm still talking to him because I'm using my talking to everybody voice. So you need to sort of recognize that. I am speaking to you all at the same time. Oh yeah, and actually listen. There's a difference between listening and not talking. All right? Schoology. Have a Schoology account and use it. It's there for a reason, to connect with each other, to see things, to find downloads, all that stuff. Please, please, please use it. By the way, I can actually check to see how much time you spend on there. So if you're struggling, I can say to mom or dad, hey, I can see they've only been on Schoology for 17 seconds. Listen to podcasts when you're away or don't understand something. Check it periodically for news or perhaps bonus assignments. Know what things are to be handed in the due dates. If you are away, find out if you missed an assignment and get it yourself. Why are deadlines important? For kids, for you guys? Like why? Really? Who cares? Deadlines do? I need to get my hearing checked. Why are deadlines important? Well, everybody, adults have deadlines, right? So that's something you need to learn about. And it's important that I don't have like a stack of papers this high at the end of the semester for me to mark, so that you get feedback so you know how you're doing. If you don't have any assignments and you don't know how well you're going to do in the exam. So you might think that we're just being jerks, but really it's partly for your benefit. So you can find out if you're getting the stuff or not. You might think you're getting it, turns out, maybe not so much. You want to know that ahead of time. Okay? Please turn them in an organized, neat fashion. If it's more than one page, I highly recommend page 1 being the first page, followed by page 2 and so on. It's amazing how many times I get kids, they get 5 pages, they just staple them together in any old fashion, and I'm supposed to guess which one's number 1. If we ever get Power School up and running, you should check it for your mark. It's your mark, okay? All right, here's my favorite. Binders. They have rings. Use them. Use the rings. Keep a neat, organized binder. There's someone in here. Who is it? Whose binders going to look like that at the end of the semester? Point them out. Come on, shame them. Who's it going to be?
Abby.
Abby? Abby. Really? You know what? Can I borrow your binder for you a second? I hate these ones. Do you all have the zip-up kind? You can't even zip it up. You know why I hate the zip-up ones? Because you don't have to use the ring. You just jam it in there, zip it up, good to go, right? Hate them. Use them. Use those rings. Recycling, unfortunately, I do have sort of a sink now. I guess I only have one sink, but if you bring some chocolate milk to class, please rinse it. It gets kind of stinky. Right? Put it in the bin. Do something green. Okay? If you don't want to repeat it to your mom or your grandma, don't say it to me. I now can say, hey, Grandma, guess what Jason said? You don't want me to do that. You don't want me to phone Grandma, do you? Yeah, you don't do that. Show up on time, be ready to start. I've got this one here, be a student. What do you think that means? What does it mean to be a student? Yeah, you're here to learn, right? Let's make the most of it. You took physics for the joke, so I know you did. That's right, you're here. Right? But let's learn a little bit of physics along the way. Why do you think I picked this picture here, this little guy? No idea? It didn't turn out so good here on Google Docs, but here's this poor little guy sitting in the dirt with his little chalkboard, and he's smiling away. He's happy because he's got a chance to learn something. You guys sitting here with your smartphones and your fancy zippered binders, right? And he's as happy as can be with a little chalkboard sitting in the dirt. So you could be the same, okay? Be a little thankful every once in a while that you learned something. All right, let's talk about cheating. I hate talking about this, but unfortunately cheating rears its ugly head from time to time. I don't expect to have any problems with any cheating in here. What do you think I mean by cheating? Like, give me some examples of, don't use any names. Give me an example of something you know has happened in the past where someone has cheated on a test somehow. Come on.
What's the answer to this question?
Well, there's that. Thank you, Ryan. Yes, that will definitely get noticed. You know, there's the old, the long sleeve and that, right? That should be eliminated because I'm allowing you to cheat sheet, right? I've had students in the past who purposely get sick on test days so they can find out what's on the test and then write it, 2 or 3 days later. And it gets a little tedious when they're always sick on test days. I've had that happen. Okay? If that's happening, you need to let me know. I see that, yeah. All right, so why are we here? What is physics? Yeah, you can write this down. Oh, you don't have to, though, because I'll post it to school with you later if you want. If you want to sit back and, enjoy. If you're one of those people that feels you need to write stuff down, you be my guest. What is physics? Who shall I pick on today? It all comes down to whose name do I remember.
Anna.
Come on.
Yeah, that's too easy, though, because, yeah. I can't remember these names. What's a good way for me to check it?
Just pick the bottom of the list.
Okay. Oh, too bad George wasn't at the top. Steve, what's physics? Come on, man. You're here for something. You must have had a conversation with your brother about what physics is before you left university? No? That's disappointing. Anybody else? Hannah, why are you here? What are you going to learn in physics class? Motion. Okay. Callie? Emily, right? Emily? Nothing?
Let's go to the next slide.
Oh, man, you guys. Okay, well, you forced me into it. Okay, everybody write down what you think physics is. On that note, wherever you want, I don't care where you write down. I want to know what you think physics is before we move on, because I want to prove a point here. And I know, Jake, Gary, come on down. You're the next contestant on What is Physics?
It's like math and stuff, right?
Math and stuff. It's like new and improved math, right? But wait, there's more. Brian, what is physics?
It's the effects of forces upon the world.
Ooh, the effects of forces upon the world. That's not bad.
Serious.
Well, there's a time for laughter. There's a time for serious. All right. So, Ryan, if I drop the tennis ball, is there a force?
Yes.
Force up?
Gravity.
And what happens?
There's a force for your arm.
Well, when I drop it, there is some air resistance, right? And it falls and it bounces, of course. Okay, not bad. I'm going to ask one more person. Emma, right? Yeah. What would you write down? Come on. You don't know what you wrote down. Motion and how it affects things. How many people, speak the truth, how many people had something related to motion? Hands up. Excellent. Now, the problem with that is that really is only true for a very tiny part of physics. Okay? But it's the physics that you've studied up until this point. We're going to have to expand on that a little bit. Question? Oh, is it important? All right, there you go. All right, so physics is the study of matter and energy and their relationships. That's a proper definition. The study of matter and energy and their relationships. So here I have the tennis ball. Ooh, look at this. What shape is this? Come on, math people.
Oh, you were texting.
It's an arch.
Yeah, in math it's called parabola, right?
Parabola.
A parabola.
Just learned that
It'd be
today.
like an x squared kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, if I drop the tennis ball like this, it travels kind of in a parabola. Okay. And you can use math to predict where it's going to go, huh? Right? Lots of motion there, right? Not just motion though. There's more going on there. How come the ball goes, like it starts way up here, but on the next one it only goes to there, and the next one only goes to there, and the next one only goes to there? Yeah, I guess it's friction. What would you say about the word energy in this situation? It's losing energy? Oh, transferring. To what kind of energy?
Static.
Static energy.
Kinetic.
What's kinetic energy?
Like when two things smash into each other.
Okay, kinetic energy is the object of motion. So if the energy of motion is decreasing, that must mean there has to be some sort of increase in another one, right? What kind of energy do you think it's being converted to? Anybody want to take a guess here? Kind of grade 12 kind of concept, but actually, if you go to a high-level tennis match, and if you were to pick up a ball after they finish playing with it, the ball would actually be substantially warmer. How come?
Heat energy.
Absorbing heat. Yeah, friction. It's absorbing heat. The energy is being converted to heat. Okay. So, here are some definitions of physics. Good old Wikipedia. Can we trust Wikipedia in this situation?
Yes.
Did I go through that yesterday with you guys?
No.
How come I can trust Wikipedia on physics here?
Because there's nerds constantly monitoring.
Exactly! Physics nerds around the world spend hours and hours a day monitoring it to make sure that it's up to date. Because who would want that to change? It's not even going to open for me here.
This is the link.
I want to click on it. Oh, for crying out loud. Oh, it's just slow.
You removed the hyperlink.
Did I? It was.
No. Go to the end of it. Google search it from the end of the physics part.
There?
Yep. Oh. I'll just Google.
Way to go, Jordan. You just smart.
Yeah. Now press enter.
Wow.
Well, that was worth a try. Here's what Wikipedia says. I ain't doing the other ones if it's going to be that hard. Here's what Wikipedia says. Let's face it, Wikipedia is pretty straightforward language, right? It can, it's a good starting point. We'll have more talk about Wikipedia as, oh, are you kidding me? Come on. Physics from the Greek. Knowledge of nature is the natural science, thank you, that involves the study of matter and its motion through space and time, along with related concepts such as energy and force. More broadly, it is a general analysis of nature conducted in order to understand how the universe behaves. Sheldon Cooper would truly agree it is the number one science, would he not? Of course he would. Of course he would. So, oh, by the way, when I ask what is physics, you can't say the number one science. That doesn't work. All right, my friends. What kind of knowledge, skills, and attitudes are you going to need to study physics in here? What are you going to be able to? What are you going to have to be able to do to be successful in here? Use one of these. A calculator, says Ryan, who says you have to have calculator skills. Good answer. I'll get to that as we go, but what do you mean by time? Okay, you have to have time management? Okay. Patience, focus, good. Ability to turn the cell phone off, perhaps. Focus, critical thinking. Problem solving. Oh, you guys are awesome. Okay, that's good. Here's the ones I came up with, but those ones are all just fine too. Experimentation skills. We will be doing some labs. Okay, so you need some experimentation. Measurement, because when you do a lab, you're generally going to be measuring something, whether it's with a ruler or a stopwatch or something. Some analysis skills, maybe some graphing skills. I should have had that in there, maybe. because graphing is like a great way to do analysis, right? Basic mathematical knowledge and skills, creative attitude, dash of luck, just, you know, because everybody needs a little luck. Imaginative attitude, trial and error skills, stick-with-itness, estimation skills, realizing that your answer is completely wrong, maybe some patience. Good answer. Good answer. This will all be up on Schoology right away. All right. Here's a question that I'm guessing you've never thought of. What is the difference between taking, is that little sort of thing bothering anyone, or is it just me?
Yeah.
Was it bugging you? Yeah. What's the difference between taking a high school physics course and studying physics at the university doctorate level, like Dr. Sheldon Cooper?
Don't they throw in like a bunch of theoretical physics and stuff in university?
What does that mean? It sounded good, but
Stuff they think can happen, but they don't have physical proof of it yet.
okay. Interesting. I'm not going to give you the answer quite yet. Who have I not picked on here? William, how about I pick on you? What's the difference between the physics you're going to study and Dr. Sheldon Cooper physics, and the degree of difficulty is not it? I mean, obviously it's a lot harder, right? What do you think? There's a major fundamental difference that hardly anyone ever thinks of. So, and it's okay not to know, because I don't know if I've ever had a class come up with the answer, actually, to be honest. Anyone want to take a stab at it? Once I tell you, you'll go, oh yeah, okay.
You pay $40,000 a year.
One's cheaper than the other? All right. Here it is. High school students learn about accepted theories and concepts. Doctorate students investigate new physics. They are discovering new things. When you do the labs, am I going to be, oh, Ryan, I've never seen that happen before in a lab before? Not likely to happen. I know exactly what the outcome's going to be. I know exactly what the graph's going to look like. In fact, I can tell generally more or less, you know, I can tell when you did something wrong because I know what it's supposed to happen. When Sheldon and Leonard are doing new things, they don't know what's going to happen. There are literally no answers in the back of the book for them. Are there answers in the back of the book for you? Well, I haven't given you a textbook, but there's a PDF online with answers, okay? But that is a major, major difference. And is that a whole different mindset, you think? To have to sort of discover things on your own and have a gut feeling, yeah, this is right, I proved it, this is correct? Jacob is looking for someone. Okay, does that make sense then, the difference? Is that something you should maybe know? If I ask you again, will you remember it, or are you going to have to write it down again? All answers that you have to decide yourself. It's not all work either, right? You know, even Einstein can have a little bit of fun, right? And you know what? You don't have to be a trained scientist either to do science. I looked these guys up. I did this at lunchtime. Neither one of them has a science degree. Neither one of them. Do they do science on the show? Like, in its purest sense, really. They try stuff out, and if it doesn't work, they try something else, right? It's an awesome show. Everybody, I think, loves Mythbusters, don't they? Is there anybody here who hates Mythbusters? I'm glad you're saying that. Yeah, they're good. All right. God, okay.